here. So first of all, this will be quick. This is pretty basic stuff. There are a few things in here that maybe you haven't seen. You may not realize there are options for paywalls. The first one is your hard paywall. That restricts all content to paid customers only. You do give away a teaser pretty much across the board. Anyone that has a hard paywall, they're still giving away a little bit of content, but to read any full article, you're going to have an active subscription. Okay, pretty straightforward. Now, as we move down the paywall continuum towards the free side, you got the soft paywalls, there's a whole mix of them in the middle. Okay, and so basically a soft paywall, I would define it as a mix of paid and free content. And so the specific, the way to think of soft paywalls, I think actually is to say it's a mix of free and paid, but there's different ways that you can determine what is free and paid. Okay, and I'm going to go through those examples here. So specific categories can be set for free, and that means you're just setting a rule up front that, the obits category and the opinions categories are going to be free. Any articles assigned to those categories will be free access. Okay, that's one way to do it. You can also go through, and this is a little bit more time intensive. It requires intervention every week, as opposed to just setting the categories and just forgetting about it. If you want to do it like this, a lot of papers like this, the flexibility of setting specific articles for free. And so on most CMSs, that's just a checkbox on an article. So basically the way you're going to set up your paywall is it is going to be a hard paywall by default on all the articles. But then you got to go in there every week and mark certain stories free across different categories. And I've seen the Gaffney Ledger do it. These are all good examples. I'm not going to really look at the examples today, but if you want to see examples of these different paywalls, I'm happy to send you some. Just shoot me an email. Okay, then the third one that not a lot of people think about or necessarily realize is possible is to have the mix of paid and free content be determined by time since publication. Okay, so you could have the paywall turn on, after a certain point, or turn off after a certain point. So you could have the current news be protected for the first 2 weeks that the news is still new. It's behind a paywall, but then once 2 weeks pass, it goes into the free archives. Okay, that's what they're doing at Port Aransas South Jetty. You could do the opposite too. Okay, you could have the current news free and then the archives paid. That model might make sense if you're free in print. And as we get closer to, down this spectrum of, the paywall continuum here, get more and more towards free options, you'll see that there's actually several examples that I'm going to show you here that are free print newspapers. But they have a paywall model. It's definitely on the soft side. None of them are doing a hard paywall if they're free in print, but they are doing paywalls. So let's talk about this. The metered paywall, it's almost in its own category because it's so popular, but it's really a type of soft paywall where the user decides what's free and what is paid. So the first articles that they click on, those are free, and then they use up the meter. Now, I do want to look at this site for a second here. The Chesterfield Observer, they are a free newspaper. So, maybe a quick shout out if there's any free papers listening today. This is an example to be aware of. They are free in print. They launched a metered paywall, and now they're really cooking very well with this. They launched it just a few months ago, and you can go to subscribe to get an idea of their pricing. Pricing is actually very similar to what I've seen for paid print newspapers. So, they have these introductory rates, which we can talk about in a little bit more. But, the baseline price is $7.99 a month, $72 a year. So, those are prices that you would see at a paid print newspaper website, definitely. So they are pursuing the reader revenue model full on, and they're a good example of a metered paywall. Then we've got the registration wall. So this is the softest of all because it's not even paid. There is no paid option. With a registration wall, what you're doing is you're getting something in exchange for your content. That's the idea behind it. So the paywall covers all the content on the website. It's like a hard paywall, but it's all you need to do to gain access is sign up for a free account. So it's not even a paywall. It's just a registration wall. So you just give us your email. This is basically the value proposition. Give us your email and you can have unlimited access to the news. But if you're going to go this way, you got to have another way to monetize those emails, and that can be through email, newsletter marketing for your advertisers, put their ads in there, or some other way, something else that you can do with these emails that you're generating.